Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly focus for April the 1st through to the 7th, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here, truly. Let's go to the cards and see what they have to reveal for you for this week coming up. Okay, our underlying energy is the Hierophant. People may be drawn to you this week, drawn to you for advice, for wisdom, for knowledge, for leadership, for strength. And it could be of a spiritual nature, absolutely. But I think if anything else, it is to grow that relationship stronger and deeper. It is to build your stature with them, your knowledge with them, or their knowing of your knowledge, their knowing of your knowledge, or asking you questions that make you look towards where you need to go on a spiritual level, or your authenticity even. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is the yes card. The Ten of Pentacles is what you are thinking of, what you want to bring into your life, what you want to attract, what you want to grow, where you want to prosper, where you want abundance in your life. That you have the yes card here, offering you the road towards that. Now, will it take work? More than likely. Will it take a spiritual aspect? I think so, because there's our High Priestess. You know, she's sprinkled her magic around us. She's done her job. She's moving away from us. Partnerships. Well, anytime we want successes in our life, we can grow it to a certain level. But when we invite other people in to be a part of that success, and we get more talents and more abilities and different talents and different abilities, we start to create something larger than life. Now, this could also be in our relationships. Okay, being present in the relationship, growing the relationship in some way, but being present, being aware. We have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is really a statement that you have really mastered everything that you can in this level of your development, that it's time to think outside the box. It's time to stretch your wings. It's time to think of new forward motion. And so look at what is calling to you. Look at what is trying to call you out, clue you into a tomorrow that could be possibly in your life. And that could be career. That could be somebody coming into your life. Maybe you've been single for a long time. It's time for you to branch out now and bring somebody into your life. One that may walk to the end of time with you. This card, you know, it has been coming out a lot since our lunar eclipse. And I think it will continue to come out because we are headed towards the solar eclipse, inviting in brand new pathways, new dreams, new passions, new desires. So I think you are being awakened to the possibility of what you can step into, what you want to step into, and also give thought to what is not allowing you to step forward in that direction, where the expansion needs to be, where the diversity needs to be, perhaps, where we need to bring people in, perhaps, where we need to let go of people, situations, thought processes, perceptions in our life and leave them in the rearview mirror. Okay, this is a card that's telling you to step into your power, to embrace your unique gifts, your talents, align your actions with a higher calling. We have the Two of Wands, and once again, this is summoning in that path. It might be career, it might be relationships, it just might be in your own personal growth, health and well-being, spirituality. But this is making sure that we have an open area to summon those things in. So this week is about clearing the area, making sure that when we invite it in, that there is room for it to be in our lives, that we have strategically opened up windows of opportunity where we have time or resources or abundance of energy in order to tackle what we need to tackle, in order to give it the focus, the attention it needs, in order for it to grow into the success that we want it to be going forward. For work and career, we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is the passion, the dream, the desire. Okay, I call him my knight in shining armor, so maybe, just maybe, since it's the first card too, something shows up in your path this week that really opens you up to a new beginning when it comes to work and career. Or maybe it's that elevated path, maybe it's a promotion coming in. Maybe it is you see a job posting that you feel like you were made for that, because it hits all your passions, your dreams, your desires, what you're good at doing, your hobbies. Even, it brings you alive. It expands you in some way. So I could see something like that. It is about following our passion here, following our true love. Okay, so following a true destiny, what has been calling us perhaps all of our life up to this point in time. We have temperance. Temperance is having more by having less, but I'm kind of getting temperance more of what do we hang on to that we definitely do not need to go forward with? What can we easily leave in our back, our rear view mirror behind us in the dust? Okay, and this is not giving up things that we like. This is allowing us to center ourselves, to feel at one with ourselves, to feel balanced, to feel like we can go forward and we're not carrying all this extra forward with us. So having more by having less. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, and this is dreaming it big. Now, this is a young energy, so chances are we're dreaming it bigger than we could ever possibly hit, but who knows? This is growing the dream so big, like, imagine that coin, you're not going to fit it in your pocket. This is how much we want to expand our abundance, our prosperity in some way, in some form. And it starts with your mind, it starts with growing the picture. It starts with realizing, and then as you start to grow the picture and you revisit that picture on a daily basis of the end result, the success, and attach yourself with emotion to how do you feel? Do you feel alive? Do you feel strengthened? Do you feel empowered? That you will start to see the breadcrumbs leading to that path in a very short period of time. Okay, let's go over here. Let's see what we get. We have a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. We are in work and career. So when we are regarding relationships, I would have to say the relationships at work, with the boss, with corporate office, with your fellow employees. Social invitations, I would take that more of if you get an invite for a dinner party or everybody's meeting at the bar, or we're all going golfing, do you want to come, or something like that, where you can kind of be in their presence, kind of show them what you're made of without having to sit there and list it, that they can observe, that they can just see the person you are and what you bring to the table. Okay, so it's like socializing with purpose, I would think. A new emotional situation, and I really get that you see something that you know that you're in love with already. It is a passion, it is a desire, it's something that you've always wanted to do, always wanted to explore, and I think it shows up in some way for you this week, or the inkling of it is there at the bare minimum. The inkling is there. There might be a whole bunch of stuff that you have to clear in order to reach even the beginning line there, but I think that especially midweek. I would think the weekend is when the social things might happen for you. So don't say no to that invitation, especially if it is connected in some way with a goal towards your wealth, your finances, growing your abundance, bringing in, maybe it's somebody telling you how to invest your money properly or how to go forward with your money in a smart way. We have it will all be better if you just make a decision. Over analyzing a problem, find a compromise. And maybe you are over analyzing, maybe you have already seen it, maybe you are thinking and you're weighing it out, and well, what if this happens, what if that happens? We start going down those rabbit holes, and then we talk ourselves out of the great opportunity that was presented to us in the first place. So sometimes we just have to make a decision and go with it. Trust our gut, trust our intuition, trust our sage wisdom. Trust that we were shown this path for a reason. Okay, and find a compromise. Maybe there are things that you have to give up in order to allow this to come in. Maybe in order to free up the time or the energy or the resources. So there could be some compromises made. Maybe you don't have to go to the full extent right now in the career in order to slowly walk into it with a more comfortable stance. And we have, yes, it's safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Follow your creative passions. Absolutely. I think you're going to be multitasking this week. I think you have the energy for it this week to do what needs to be done in order to go forward in the way that you want to go forward. And it is safe to trust. So where are you not trusting? Maybe trusting your. I almost get trusting yourself in what you can do and what you can accomplish. Maybe you figure you don't know enough to really step in that direction, but if you think about it, you could probably learn what you need to know in a very short period of time, maybe even hands on the job. So don't limit yourself. I kind of get from that. Don't limit yourself. When it's safe to trust, it's trusting yourself. Yes, trusting God or angels, the universe, absolutely, because they are paving the way for us, but at the same time, trusting in yourself that you can be successful, that you can step into the new possibilities of your tomorrow. We'll look at relationships, and we have the devil. Well, what works within the relationship, we can add to and we can grow on. But what is not working in the relationship, it's time to let it go. And maybe this is letting go relationships completely. There could be endings here, but endings in order for new beginnings to happen. Maybe there's certain people in our life that we've always kept close to us, but we're finding out that they don't support us in the way we need support, or they don't love us in the way we need love, or they don't have the compassion or the empathy, or they're not present, or and starting to make that space, starting to understand. Or maybe it's just growing yourself into the person, and you're outgrowing relationships. You've changed, they haven't. So that could very well be. You have your sights set on new horizons. They're looking at different horizons. And it's totally normal for people to come and go in our life. And if anything, I'm seeing kind of an influx of people going in order for you to step into your truest of passions and dreams and desires. I think it's more about your personal path, your passions, your dreams, and your desires that is the strongest here. Not saying that love is not strong, but we are more of doing a clearinghouse, maybe of ourselves, of who we are in the relationship, who we want to be in the relationship. We have the Strength card. This is showing up with integrity, and expect the other people to have integrity too. There should be unconditional love within the relationship. This is what we are striving for within the relationship. So it's growing that trust, it's growing that unity, it's blending your hearts together as one. It's showing up and making sure that you are doing your part, that you are present for the experience of the evolution of that relationship. Evolution, I don't think I've ever used that word here before. Six of Swords. And this is the time to take those relationships to the next level. This is the time to grow them stronger, deeper. So maybe we allow new soul growth to come in this week. I would have to say, if I could sum it up, it is new soul growth. It's understanding your passions, your dreams, your desires. Now, that could be certain people in your life as well. And all those things we want to keep in our focus when we want to put our focus and attention. We want to be present in those things. But I also think that there is a lot of closure happening, so that you can step into that dream, that new possibility. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, visualization help bring this together. I don't know if it's bringing in a soulmate or not, but your prayers, your affirmation, and your visualizations help bring you into a stronger place of relationships, of love, of trust, of being present, growing that relationship stronger, deeper, giving, it's almost like there's a safety or a security within the relationship as well, is what we're trying to muster up here. Okay, let's look at our personal growth and how can we grow ourselves this week. We have the tower. The tower is going with the flow, letting things fall away that needs to fall away. Okay, if a new path shows up and part of your path disappears or your focus gets changed into a new direction, I should say, pay attention to where your focus is being pulled. Okay, because that could be opening you up in a whole new path. I almost get like, well, with this one, we kind of break through the glass ceiling. We we break through the limitations of what held us in place, of what didn't allow us to go forward. Now, we can either do this ourselves or we can let the universe, God, our angels do it. And I trust me when I say it is much harder when they give us the path to walk than when we choose the path through our own consciousness. The Ten of Wands, understand what you need to let go. Understand what you need to release, okay? We're going forward. We actually have this forward motion, but it's very hard steps because we have maybe obligations and responsibilities we don't need to have in our life, or control over certain things we don't need the control over anymore. To let it go and understand what has true potential for growth and surety in our life and what does not. What pulls us back, what burdens us, we want to figure out these things because this is the time to let them go. So stop and look at these wands, look at your path, look at the obligations and responsibility, and do they all move you in the direction you want to move? I have a sneeze coming up. And if not, let them go. I'll take one more of these. Six of Pentacles, it's about the give and take in the relationship. Is the relationship strong? Are each of you present? Maybe you need to step up into the relationship. Maybe they need to step forward within the relationship. Maybe you both need to step away from the relationship. Maybe you're recognizing patterns within the relationship. Those people that are always there when they need something but never around when you need them. Or not really supporting you and building you up in a way that you need them to. And start to surround yourself by those people who do and will. And we have the Seven of Swords. Keep your secrets to yourself this week. Do not, it's more about your heart and your mind and working the dream right now rather than sharing it with other people or sharing your ideas with other people. Somebody may mean you harm. More than likely, you're getting negative criticism coming in, trying to steer you off your path. So be strong and diligent in your path forward. The Peacock, raise your standards. Don't settle for less. That's what this card says. The worst thing you can do for yourself this week is settling for less by not reaching for that brass spring. Angel of Miracles, open your heart and expect a miracle. So if you were listening to me and you were saying, Tilly, I need a miracle for all this to happen in my life. Well, guess what? Here it is. So expect the miracle to happen in your life. Open your heart. Open your heart. come alive. Like, open your heart to your passion. Okay, I think if you open your heart to your passion, that's where the true empowerment comes from. And then we have leadership, set your goals. I was talking all about your strength and stuff, and there's the lion leading the way. Leadership, set your goals. Now, you may say, I'm not much of a leader. I like, being the follower. But we all need to be the leader of ourselves, if nothing else. So, being the leader of ourselves, choosing to walk forward, choosing to embrace, choosing to be present, choosing to make that decision. One more card. Face your fears, release your power of fear. Release the power of fear. What stands in your way? Where do you feel that? And we got a little bit of that when we were looking at work and career, didn't we? Of you holding back, you not thinking that you're good enough, or you have the tools and the talent to really succeed. And so, why do you feel that? Why do you feel that you really don't have, because maybe you don't have it at this very moment in time, but really, you need to give yourself credit that you can learn, that you can evolve, that you can step into the new experience, that you can gain the wisdom and understanding you need, or the clarity, in order to be successful. So what is telling you that you can't be successful, that you can't go forward, that you cannot create the prosperity in your life. You cannot have that beautiful relationship that you want in your life. What is telling you you can't, you shouldn't, you mustn't? Because those are the very things that you need to bring front and center to leave it in your rearview mirror as you go forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.